Okay, what we're doing today is called creative coding, and we're going to start very simply with just doing some kind of like a diamond design and in CSS only, HTML and CSS only. So we start where we always start, we start that in creating a file, and we no, new folder, and I'm going to call this Diamond Square Tutorial. Call it what you want, just make sure that it fits somehow, and I'll give you a quick peek of what we're doing, and then we'll start all over. Let's see. We're doing this right here. This is called the square diamond, and eventually I'll show you how to make a diamond out of that. So let's go to code and forget that. And we're gonna go open, and I'm gonna go diamond. Ooh, what is that? I don't want that. Whatever that is, I don't want that. I don't know why I did that. Okay, whatever. Diamond Square Tutorial, open, and you see that it's empty, and we're in visual code obviously, and make sure that you have clicked. It's really strange, it opens and it doesn't have these little folder options. Just click it and click it again, so because this is how I like to add folders, and I'm sorry, files. So we're inside of this brand new folder, new file, and index.html, and you do the usual. Here, excuse me while I adjust my microphone. Put it this direction. Okay, so the usual boilerplate, and I'm going to call this the Diamond Box Tutorial Project. Okay, right? Okay. You don't need any of this. You don't even need the script, but I just, I like to keep the script down here, and of course, even before you do the style CSS, you put it in there. So let's go back here and say new file and style.css. There you go. We're gonna start. We have very little. We actually have very little HTML. And what I'm doing here, I'll show you. I'm gonna call this div class equals diamond. Calling it diamond. And inside of this, I'm doing this thing called putting span. And spans are interesting because it cuts in the middle. It's hierarchical, meaning it's just like a div class if you're div inside of a div. But this span is very powerful. You could put span inside of a paragraph, a few sentences, and change the color of a few lines. And then I'm doing this because I'm creating kind of like a hierarchy, and I'll show you one right on the top. So this is span 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you'll find this in a moment. I'll show you what happens. All the magic happens in the CSS. So let's start with the CSS. So you don't exactly have to know everything about span. You just know that we are laying out a system where it's a hierarchy, and one is one. This just call this 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it works really well with like flexbox and things like that. Okay. Sorry, I have a lot of noise today. Okay. Now we are in. We're doing an asterisk. An asterisk is highest on the hierarchy, that means that everything relating to this whole entire HTML code, this is for all of it. It's the highest, this little asterisk, and then the second highest is HTML, and the third highest is body, which we'll get. So box sizing, border box, and this just makes it contained. Box sizing, border box. That's very important. That helps sets the style.css. And the next is, I want the body to, I want it to do a few things where everything is laid out. So margin, let's have margin 100 pixels so it sits down instead of sitting on the very top. And then everything else can be zeroed out. Margin, padding, we'll have padding be 0. And this means that the top, left, top, right, bottom is, the margin is 100 pixels. That sets the object that we're creating a little bit further down from the very top. Okay, background. And this color, you don't have to, it'll be in, I'll have a copy of this code. This color I like because it's just kind of, it's not exactly black, but it's dark. It's kind of almost like a blue-gray. Okay. And then let's try this display flex. We're working with flex again. My favorite. Justify content. We're going to keep everything in the center. Nope. Center. Why did I do that? Center. We're going to keep aligning items and also in the center. Okay. All right. And the body is all set up. So everything's set up. Now we're going to go diamond. And we have to stylize the diamond. And position is relative to the directions I give it. And that means it's flexible. Width. I'm sorry, it's not flexible. Oh my gosh, it's just making it make sure that it doesn't move around. It's non-flexible. It's just the basic where you want to position. And then this is where the span is very powerful, where you can make it a child. And you use, again, you have 4 children. We're going to name this the first child, and that's the top of the span. So this is where we're playing with that kind of hierarchy system that I was talking about. It's similar to list, absolute, top, left, I don't know why that does that. Top, left, width. For now we're keeping everything 0 to start out with. 0. I think that looks better. Actually, it's more aesthetics than, I'm going to do it this way. Width, height, 0. That's the proper way. It's the cleanest way. Height, border, top. Now this is where the coloring happens. That means there's 50, kind of how well, I'll show you how much yellow, how much of that border is 50. That's how thick it is. Solid yellow. Border right, 50x. Nope. Again, we're keeping everything uniform, solid, red. And this is just one of the squares that we're building. We're building 4 different squares. Remember, 4 different spans. Border, bottom, 50px, and I'm just I like these colors. You can use your own colors, but I'm just doing the basics right now. So we're painting these little triangles with borders. And we have different colors. Solid colors, dark, let's do dark green. Okay. All right, and we've just finished one. It should work, but we want multiple ones. And there's going to be a lot of copying and pasting. I'll just give you a hint. Let's see if it works. You know, it might not even worked. And let's see. Yes, it works perfectly. But we want 3 more, and I'll show you how to do that. And I thought I changed the margin. Sorry. I want it down more. Let's see. Body, yeah, okay. Let's see. And that worked. Here, I'll show you what happened. I pushed it down. Because I kind of want it to float in the middle rather than way at the top there. Okay. And all I did there was just do margin and 200. And you know that means, yeah, okay. That's all good. All right, let's do this. So what are we doing next? We are doing number 2. And how do we do that? A lot of copy and pasting and just slightly changing where things are. Okay. Second time around, don't forget to put 2, otherwise they will overlap on each other. We want this left to be 50%. Okay. So let's see, is that the only thing they change? Each time along, to make sure that that's it, we will see if it works. Let's go back here. Control, open in default. And that looks like it works. Okay, now we got to do some trickery. How do we get it on the left and right bottom? We need to think about it for a second. We go like this. Let me copy this one again. No matter what, I know that we're copying, and we do turn it to 3. Let's see, I think it's 50%. So it gives the illusion that I'm putting it on the bottom, but it's actually going to be popping on the top, right? Pushing it down from, okay, yes. Let's see if that works. Looking like it's working. Okay. And then one more to get the box, diamond box. And per usual, we copy and paste it. And it is again the 4th child in that hierarchy. And we want to make sure we start with putting 4 first. And this is top 50%, and top 50%, and left 50%. I think that's what it is. Stop getting in the way. Okay. And through some simple creative coding, we've been able to do this. Okay, beautiful for your Labyrinth Portals project. Okay, we are going to go and I'm going to show you how to turn that into a diamond momentarily. Okay, so remember we set this little folder up. I like where we are and I like that design. So what I'm going to do is duplicate it, and then I'm going to open this one up, except for I'm going to turn this one into Diamond. All right, Diamond tutorial. There's no difference between the two. The only difference is I'm leaving this one alone because I like it. I'm opening this one to edit it. So I'm going to start, because we're going to turn it into a diamond. I'm going to go open, and that is called Diamond tutorial. Absolutely make sure everything's intact. It looks all good. It looks all good. Okay, so now the thing that we want to change is only in child 1. And it's fairly, what we're doing is getting rid of little spots, little corners, I think. We're going to say solid transparent, right? Hold on. Oh, shoot. Okay, all right, sorry. And then we are going to, I think we do it down here too. Let's just see. Solid transparent, and what that does is it shows the background, which is this background, kind of like this weird blue background right here, blue, gray, something like that. Okay, let's make sure it works, because it might not work. Oh, I have to save for sure. Okay, open in default browser. Ooh, okay. It doesn't quite work. So let me figure out what is going on wrong. It's not always perfect. Oh, it's double solid. Why does it say solid? That's the problem. Okay, there. I hit solid, so that's that one little glitch might have done it. And okay, so somewhere in here is a diamond, and obviously it's rotated the wrong area. And let me show you how to rotate it. And that is also in style. And that, what would you rotate? You would rotate the entire diamond, not one of the sections, or one of this child, or one of the span sections. So that would be a transform, and let's see if it comes up. Transform, rotate. I think you only have to do, let's do a degree. Rotate, and it's a 45, don't forget to do DEG. 45 degree, transform, rotate 45 degree, and save, and see if it works. Open to default. And it does work. It has this funky diamond with the different colors. Now, I won't go through to make it look kind of like a real diamond-esque, give it, and not have these flat colors like this. I'll show you not how to do it. You just change all the colors, but I will give you the code for that as well. So that's how you create a diamond using CSS and HTML. And I hope this was fun, and it's very simple, and yeah, you can play around with all the different possibilities.